How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Sword of the Evening, and we're back on CK3, a Game of Thrones. With a little change of pace, starting another custom house playthrough to go alongside House Nykorvy's, as well as our House Celtigar playthroughs. I don't think I'm going to continue the House Wint one, because it was supposed to be a Halloween kind of special thing, and I got a little bit behind. I might do one more episode just until she dies. She's getting close to dying. But other than that, this will replace it on the episode schedule. So we'll have House Nykorvy's, House Celtigar, the Elder Scrolls campaign with our Snow Elves if the game doesn't continue to shoot itself in the head or blow itself up every time I click on anything. So still waiting for the mod to get updated. So I thought I'd get out another video here for you guys to enjoy. I seem to be getting a lot of you guys seem to like the custom houses, and I've had this one kind of in the vault for a while there. I really like the Sothoryos and the Basilisk Isles area, even though the Basilisk Isles aren't in the game yet. So here we have Sothoryos, and here we have Aethen Umbaryon of House Umbaryon, which is a offshoot house of House Velaryon. We are a bastard house that was formed very recently, and for certain reasons. So we are in the 299 start date, so the War of Five Kings just started. We have Renly, still alive, king in the south. We have Stannis, king in the Crown Lands, Joffrey, and the Joffrey Baratheon, or should I say Joffrey Lannister. And then we have Robb Stark here in the north, as well as Balon. So we're in the War of Five Kings start date. And as I was setting up this character and the backstory and everything, I noticed something strange. Daenerys Targaryen was sent back to Westeros, and she is in the company of our kinsman, Monford Velaryon, the Lord of the Tides. And Stannis hasn't done anything about it. And I think to keep her safe, we will wed her to our character. Oh, she won't accept it. What if we do matrilineal? Nope, she won't accept it. Well, we're gonna have to fiddle with that. House Velaryon feud, what? I didn't know I had a feud. I'll address that later. Or we'll get to that later. We'll try and figure out if we can get Daenerys to be, Captain Aethen, his wife. Now, you may notice we have a dragon. Umbaryon, the Queen of the Seas. Aethen was aboard. The backstory that I've created here is Aethen, the bastard son of a Velaryon lord, was on a Velaryon ship dealing with pirates when the Queen of the Seas attacked their fleet. And in the aftermath, it was Aethen who bonded with Umbaryon. That is the story here. He has set up shop on the Isle of Talon with his fleets of pirates. And those who have bent the knee to him, or not bent the knee, but have joined in service to him because they didn't want to get burned alive by his dragon. House Umbaryon's sigil shows Umbaryon the dragon coming from the seas. We're thinking she's a she-dragon, and then these are to represent the fleet, or the ships that she took down during her attack on the Velaryon fleet. So that is our sigil. And our words are fire and sea. We follow the faith of the Seven. We are High Velaryon. We were a veteran adventurer, so we got some starting stuff. And we do have dragon dreams, which may have jump-started our the ability for us to bond with a dragon. So if you'll give me just 1 second, I don't want to have a feud with House Velaryon. It doesn't make sense to me. So I'm going to fix that, and we're going to marry Daenerys Targaryen. Alright, so after removing the feud, because I don't think it fits, we're now acceptable here. Daenerys Stormborn Targaryen will marry us. We're the same age. We're both... Well, actually, we're a little bit older than her. She's quick and beautiful, so that'll tag along greatly with our Herculean and Fuclid. And I don't want to do matrilineal, but at the same time, I kind of do. We're not going to, though, so we're going to send the betrothal to Lord Montfort Velaryon, the Lord of the Ties. He is a loyal servant to... Why does he have claims on lease? I guess he has claims on lease. He is a loyal servant to Stannis the Manus. So we might get involved in the War of Five Kings, ladies and gentlemen. But we might have our own goals. I really want to become a pirate king and feudalize things. But we might also just abandon Sothoryos if the War of the Five Kings is looking juicy. There is a bit of rebellion here. Titus Brax is imprisoned by Robb Stark, so they're neutral, as well as the Gold March and a few things. So that's some interesting things that are going on there. And Daenerys does have the dragons, I believe. So we're gonna send for a maester from the Citadel. We have no player heir. Lifestyle, we're gonna go for martial. I really want to get the warlord trait, or the conqueror trait. I think that would be interesting. So we're gonna go authority focus. We can invade enough. We have a ton of empty council positions. We have a ton of people who are very not good at their job. And our patron aspect, we are going to go with the warrior, as always. So we're gonna wait for ship. So Captain Aethen of Talon, I accept your marriage betrothal. You will be joined with my acquaintance Daenerys Targaryen. So we are now wed, and she is traveling from High Tide, or Driftmark, I should say. High Tide is a ruin. Hopefully they build that up. Be nice to see Corlys do that. Hopefully he doesn't die in the Battle of Blackwater Bay as well. Maesterless. Not good. How disappointing. So we are now wed to Daenerys, and we are going to romance her. I'm going to impress her by winning some sparring matches. And now we need to secure our lands. So we can unpin Daenerys now. And Umbaryon is a female dragon, or presumed, but yeah, she is a female dragon. So perhaps if Drogon is born, perhaps we'll have a mating pair, which would be cool. So we're gonna instantly go in and we're gonna try and conquer the rest of the snakes. Don't have a ton of cash to do it, but we are going to invade. We could subjugate, but I'd much rather conquer some counties here quickly. So we're at war here. We're gonna raise some of these up. We are, of course, going to march into battle. Oh, I also forgot. We have a Valyrian steel weapon called Sea Serpent. It fits with the Sea Foam Valyrian steel sword. I'm consider it to be the sister weapon for House Velaryon. Because House Velaryon has Sea Foam, which is also a saber or a cutlass-esque weapon. And then he has the Velaryon armor too, which is pretty great. We can actually wear this, the Velaryon armor. So if Montfort dies and we have to become the true heir, you know, we have to take back. There's a chance that we could get the Velaryon armor. We won't have any debuffs or negative things to that, so that could be a thing in the future. But right now, we're here in the snakes. I guess we're feuding with House Hendry for some reason. Oh, that's because we're going to war with them. Wedding celebrations, yes. We need gold, so we're gonna collect them. We have our 2,300 men and our dragon, and we are going to take Wraith's Rest. Pretty easy fight there. We're gonna station besiegers. We're gonna cut these guys apart. Our knight Aenys was injured. That's not good. First conquest there is done, and now we're gonna move to Scoundrel's Point. Cut these guys off here. One of our valiant soldiers has managed to maim the Captain Ulf, an Ironborn. I wonder what he's doing here. Daenerys is with child. We love to see it. There might be a Targaryen resurgence here in the future. Might press for Daenerys' claim to the Iron Throne in the future as well, maybe. Might be a thing to do here. Try and cut these guys off before they rise up some more. And make sure that you guys can hear me, because sometimes I forget to do that. We're going to enforce our demands there. And we have most of the snakes now. So we're going to disband our army, let our guys come home and rest. We only lost 1 man compared to their 99. And Daenerys, we're going to have her do court politics. We have a ton of worshippers of R'hllor. Not a lot of these guys are great, really. Except for Aenys. He follows the flames of the winged ones. Get you a spouse. That works. So we're going to assign Daenerys here to be our marshal. He's the best that we have. Not the best, but he has to be. You're pretty good for Admiral, given what we have. This guy is 10 for stewardship, which is great. And I guess we're going to have to put our knight here at do their best, which is not the best. Station another of our men-at-arms, which will have to be the Cav. And the Isle of Talon has expanded now. So to get the Duchy of Snakes, we need a lot more here. We don't have 50% yet. We're going to do... I kind of want to keep ties on what's going on here in Westeros. So I'm going to pin Montford. He's currently fighting. And he is King Stannis' Master of Ships. We'd love to see that. We're going to continue on capturing our islands. Canonically conquer the duchy. Raise all of our men up again, with us leading them. And we will set sail. We might get hit with that massive disembarkment debuff. Late into the night, my marriage to Daenerys has had its ups and downs, but lately things have been different. There have been arguments, mostly about minor things, but some of these have elevated into screaming matches. That's not good. And for the life of me, I can't figure out why that things are going so bad, or things had been going so well, and I've been doing nothing but to win her heart. As I watch her now in the doorway of our bedchambers, I wonder if the time has come to resolve this once and for all. We're gonna try and romance her, boys. Let's go! What a relief. Daenerys was hesitant to speak. At first, at my arguing, and eventually confessed that she is afraid atmosphere was a response to her doubts about her marriage, her future, and what the real meaning was behind my attempts to court a woman who, by all accounts, was already mine. I assured her, as plainly as I could, that my courting held no ulterior motives. I wanted our marriage to be a happy one, and it was as simple as that. Face brightened at my words, her relief palpable, and afterwards we talked for hours and hours. It seemed long into the night. We held hands and expressed words to each other that we haven't dared ever to do before. Not all marriages are filled with love, but now this one is. Checkmate. The Iron Throne's ours now. We're being raided. That's not good. All right, so we've had our heir here. We could name him Aethen, but I don't think I want to do that. I think we let her name our kid. And I think Rhaegar is what she would name him. We're gonna name him Rhaegar. We're gonna pause while we're getting absolutely raided. I'm gonna teach my boy. And then can we give him a dragon egg? I mean, I could. Aegon has Blackfire. I'm gonna pin that. So did she give our kid? She did. Sweet. Alright, we gotta, I don't like getting raided. The raid debuff is absolutely atrocious. We're gonna take our men home. We're gonna get the debuff, but that don't matter. We have a fucking dragon. A fiery arrangement. I fly high over the enemy's position, men and horses alike positioning for a battle to come. Aboard my great dragon Umbaryon, the queen of the seas. They look like mere ants to me, still some ants are more significant than others, and a flutter of banners arranged together draws my attention. Galindro, their commander, Dracarys. And their whole raiding fleet is removed from the existence. That is life. Another conquest in the books. And another one is done. So we're over our domain limit here. I'm gonna disband our troops, send them home. Can strengthen the bloodline. I don't want to be I'm gonna change the nickname from the Bloodfather to something else. I'll be back in a moment here. Right, so I quickly sold some of our prisoners, got some money off of that, and now we have... I don't like that it's called the Squadron of the Stakes. Let's go, Rhaegar! Rhaegar has had a dragon. Darkarax. I'm changing that name. So he was given that black egg, right? He's a little sick. That's not good. Let me check. Yeah, so we still have the cream egg and the green egg. So he was given the black egg. So we're literally just gonna make it look like Drogon. However, it's obviously not gonna be named Drogon because that was named for you know, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna change its name. I'll be back. I'm gonna play around with it. I'm gonna make the dragon look cool, and then we'll give it a better name. And I will be back once again. Right, so we have returned with the black dragon named Morgoth. What? That was fucking fast. We didn't even... What? Okay. So, Aegon the Sixth and Daenerys is his heir. Aegon is back. He imprisoned Joffrey. So the Iron Throne. Holy shit, Stannis bent the knee? No, I think Stannis is dead. No, Stannis is still alive. He's unlanded, though, I think. Holy shit, Stannis is unlanded. Renly is imprisoned. Joffrey's imprisoned. The Iron Throne consists of the Westerlands. Jaime is also imprisoned. The Tullys backed out, and the North is still free. The North is an independent kingdom. The Reach and the Stormlands are an independent kingdom, still allied together through the marriage of Marjorie and Renly, but Renly's imprisoned. What a coinky dink. That happened so fast. Little Rhaegar's a little sick, unfortunately. Hopefully that fixes itself soon. Wow, I didn't think that that was going to be... The Vale is also independent too, and Robert Arryn is imprisoned by 8. Ooh, okay, so a lot of things are going to happen. I'm assuming they're going to join back in here. Oh, wait, no, Mace declared himself king. Alright, well, there might still be a throwdown going on there. I do need to shear up our domain holdings here. Very quickly. We need to feudalize, but I don't think I have... Don't think I can feudalize just yet. Nominate a successor. I'm choosing my kid. Start a legend. We're not going to do that right now. We're still above our domain holdings. We still have a ton of prisoners that we could kill. Or we could ransom off. Some of them might be actually useful. There's a ton of Ironborn here. Most of them never want to convert. But some of them will. Some of these guys are absolutely useless, I'm not even gonna lie. But we need the bodies. Balon, a pirate of the Iron Islands. He's 30 years old. He wants 15 gold if we recruit him. I kind of don't want to do that. Aenys, our marshal here. I should definitely raise you up. I'm gonna grant you some titles here. Take the Halloween. Actually, you can take all 3 of these. You become my vassal, right? Yeah, he does. We'll do that. Strait of Skulls. I'm gonna change that. I'll be back. Well, I can wait on that just a little bit. But now we're not getting hit too hard from the domain debuff. And we're gonna go to war again. We need some more knights. If anybody has any suggestions for House Umbaryon, kind of Velaryon themed accolades here, we'd love to get some. I'd love to get some ideas here. I also need knights. We also need knights. We really need to feudalize. Fund a trade expedition. We can fund an expedition to Old Valyria for all of our cash. We could buy knighthood. And then we could have knights. What do we need to adopt feudalism? The development needs to be equal to 10 or higher. Okay, so we need to increase development. And what is the development here? Probably 6. Not terrible. So we're going to come to our council. We're going to increase the development here in our capital. And I'm going to ask Ulbert here to attempt to convert the faith. We have a dragon. We don't need to follow any laws to declare war. Ships of Vines. We're going to declare war. And we'll declare war on the Pirates' Haven as well. We'll raise all. Mad charge. Eaten by Umbaryon. Sucks to suck. Right, so this is the captain here. This war's over for you. Yeah, we're gonna kill him. We lost 41 men, they lost 637. Once again, the pirate elections are, being stupid. We can't cast a vote for our own kid. The night grows long. Go ahead and end that war. We also have a martial perk, which I'll go ahead and grab. Control growth is really good. We're going to grab Serve the Crown. We're losing more men to attrition than actually the wars. I'm going to enforce our demands there. Disband all. Come to the Pirates' Haven, and we're going to grant this to a Westerosi Valyrian culture leader. And we have Aenar. We're going to find you a spouse, buddy. Never mind. I don't think we can. Anyways, then we're also going to come here to the Isle. We might need to hold that. Yeah, we're probably going to need to hold that while we expand some more. Go to our captured combatants. Not mercenaries, whoops. Maynard. A red priest. And Heron Whore. You know what? Just because I think that that's funny as shit, you're gonna convert? Never mind, you won't convert. I'm just gonna recruit you. Heron Whore. And I'm gonna execute you. We're gonna feed you to Umbaryon. I love the sound effects. Heron Whore. We find you a spouse here, buddy. You're what, 28? Jezebella. You're welcome. And I'm also going to grant you some titles here. Ooh, we're going to take a big stress hit if we actually do that right now, so we'll wait on that. Come on, we need some more kids out of you, Daenerys. We need some more kids. Can we send a restore ruins here? We could. The Bleak Shore, we could restore the ruins of Gagos. Gagalos. I think we're going to invest in... Never mind, we don't have the cash to do so, so we're going to continue going to war. Velaryon blood. This guy can't offer vassalage to him right now. He also has no player heir. Yep, we're gonna declare war on him. We are going to declare war on the duchy. I'm gonna raise up. We're gonna need to worry about doing some control here. We're gonna use both of our captain's abilities. We lost 77 men, they lost 418, levies and crossbows. 2 of his knights are dead. This guy's Mirish. Been killing a lot of Mirish men. Gonna enforce our demands. Disband our army. I'm gonna come here to Treasure Island and we're gonna give it to... Look at our prisoners. We don't have any more prisoners. We're gonna come here to Treasure Island. Funny name. We're gonna give it to... Bradrar. Grant those 2 titles to him. Firestone. I'm okay with that name. Not the sigil though, that'll get changed off camera. So we're back at 6 out of 6 here. Can we create the duchy? We cannot. We don't have 50% yet of the Western Isles. We have the snakes. This is definitely a war of conquest type game here. Aegon, the 20-year-old. See what's going on. Anything here? Rush coronation, close the rat pits. He's unmarried. I guess Viserys was executed by somebody a year before the start date. Daenerys was never married to Khal Drogo. We need to get some control going again. Do we have somebody who is better than you? We do, Heron. We're gonna assign you there. Yeah, we're gonna assign you there. We're gonna increase control here at Halloween Bay. We're gonna get rid of you, and we're gonna put our boy... Aenys here. You've been there since the beginning. I'm gonna do that. Squadron of the Snakes, a pirate realm. I do not want to be a pirate realm. We need to get Ships of Talon to be a 10. We're at a 6. Not getting a lot of development growth there. Daenerys is pregnant again. We love to see it. Life and color. What a delightful day. The wind is refreshing, the sun is warm, and the insects chirp happily in the undergrowth. Everything seems good. He had Hobart Ogre. Anix is finally dead. I'm gonna get a skull. A sinister consideration. As I make my way back to the Sept, Olbert approaches me with a lavish skin. Aethen, I know you and I are true to ourselves, no matter what nonsense the Septums may arise. After all, who can tell us the Father would want us to live? We clearly have more in common than not, and I think you and I should spend more time together, away from the rotten brains of simpletons. You're lazy and arrogant. I'm arrogant. What a wonderful idea. My septum is now my friend. Damn! That sucks. We're gonna go inside. We're gonna search the upper floors. We're gonna get some cash. Brewing troublemaker. Rhaegar's no longer sick and he got rowdy. Love to see that. We really need a maester. Daenerys is pregnant again. We're gonna search for a maester. Maesterless again. It'll be like that for a while because we're in this shithole. Yeah, we really need to get our control up. Accolades. If anybody has any suggestions, once again, I know I talked about it a little bit earlier. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comment section down below. No maesters available. We'll appoint you as our master at arms. Christopher makes a good tutor, which is really good. This guy makes a good sworn shield. We'll do that. We get a captain of the household guard. No, we can't. Of course not. Live in a shithole. That I chose. I would like to make that clear. I chose to live here. I understand the troubles that arise from being here. We're going to throw down a rally point here because we're going to get the Isle of Flies and the Death Isle. That goes hard. I'm not even going to lie. Death Isle, that sounds sick as shit. We're going to declare war on both of them. Why do we have so many armies there? Actually, let's wait for the debuff to go away. It's gone. And then we will march on these guys. Easily cut them down. We've had another son. Aegon. We'll name him Ares. Nothing has ever gone wrong by naming your kid Ares. Daenerys, go ahead and educate Ares. Did you give him a dragon egg as well? You did, the cream dragon egg. Love to see it. We would love for you to go stewardship, please. Rhaegar, my Giga Chad. Actually, Ares is a Giga Chad too. Let's throw Lord Whore there. Never mind, we're not going to do that. You might lose that fight. Enforce demands. They call Aegon a conqueror, huh? That dude just landed there and he didn't do shit. He didn't do shit. He's at war with Robb Stark. The Northman vassalization. Renly is back. So the Tyrell Baratheon alliance is still around. Oh my god. Robb Stark married Rosalind Frey. They've had 2 kids. Alfyn Stark and Lyanna Stark. He's losing. That'll do. I wonder if there's any shenanigans going on in the Crannog men. The swamp is speaking Crannognese. We've expanded even more. The risk of bravery. I'm flying high above the clouds of Death Isle. That name goes hard. Atop Umbaryon, preparing to conduct a hammer and anvil strike against the enemy once they charge. When I look down and I see Captain Talon has already drawn his forces forward. Most surprising of all, he's the leader. A bold move for somebody within tail hitting distance. Spyrax, which was the white egg. Once again, I'm going to change the name. Fuck, Christopher died. I'm going to change the name and change the look of this dragon real quick. I will be back. We're back and we have White Claw, the dragon of Ares. I don't even think I can build... Yeah, I can't even build a dragon pen. Well, that means they're not going to get hindered in growth, but kind of a bad idea for... If they die, they're dragon riders. If their dragon riders die. We want the 10 gold there. We can create the Duchy of the Western Isles now, which we're gonna do. We're gonna know Rhaegar, my kid, who's gonna be the heir. We're gonna station besiegers. I'm gonna eradicate those guys from the face of the earth. Rainy days, we're sick, that's not good. We don't have a maester. Aethen became friends with Ilbert, our best friends. We have another martial perk, which is great. Strict organization for the county control gain. Conquest of the Death Isles is done. I'm gonna disband our troops. I'm over again. I think Death Isle is fucking sick. I'm not gonna give that to... Actually, I'm gonna give that... No, I'm not. The Isle of Flies, I'm changing the name of that. The Isle of Fire. Flies is ick. And then we're gonna give the... I gotta change this to Isle of Fires too. We're gonna give the Isle of Fire to a loyal servant who has been around for a while. Aaron Horror, baby. Actually, we'll give him the Serpent and Maggot Shore. We'll give him this whole big isle there. Be Forgiving. Terrible name. What happened to your wife, bro? Died in childbirth. I apologize, Lord Horror. That's a nut punch, bro. So we have all of the Western and the snakes. And to get the Basculus Isles, we need the Eastern Isles and Gogolos, or just the Eastern Isles, because we only need one more duchy. And then Gogolos will come very easily from there. And then to get the Empire of Western Sothoryos, we need all of that shit. So that's our primary heir, or our primary goal there, is to become a kingdom title and to feudalize, but also... Yeah, that's gonna be rough. That's gonna be RUFF. Need to make sure our vassals are getting married. Bro, what? At least he has a kid. Aegon. So I guess the Splinters will be next in our conquest. Need a new tutor. Educate the kids. We have some prisoners. They're women, so we're gonna let them go. You won't convert from the 14 flames? That's okay. This guy sucks. I'm gonna feed him to a dragon. Moody weather, distant rumblings. I watched the uncharacteristic fierce storms rumble across the landscape. A distant boom of thunder from a rank of clouds is scant few miles away. A troublesome deluge. Do the rains indicate some divine problem I failed to obtain? Or are they simply the random movements of the wind? Not a good time to be outside. We have the skull goblet here. Really can't use right now. Dragon's first flames. Let's go, Morgoth. Remarkable. We'd love to see it. How's Montfort doing? Moraine Waters is imprisoned. He's also scarred. Nothing there for us to do. We're extremely close to feudalizing. So I think I'm going to cut to when we're able to feudalize. Should be pretty soon here. Just a few more years. Or not even years. So I will be back until that happens or something else interesting. Right. Daenerys has had twins. A boy, a daughter, and a boy. A boy and a girl. We're going to keep the one named Daenerys. We're going to keep her. And Daenerys can educate her. And then we have Aerion, but I think we're going to name him... Seth. We're just gonna stick with Aerion. Good old Aerion. And then we will make sure somebody educates him as well, which will be me. And we can adopt feudalism now. So we're gonna send it. A new era. The old ways have served us well, and we will keep the honor. We will always honor them. However, as Lord of the Snakes, I have concluded that we must adopt feudalism and the principles if we shall continue to prosper. Long live the snakes. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come here to our realm. And we're going to pass limited crown authority. And now slavery is forbidden because we feudalized. And we shouldn't have any more issues when it comes to elections. We're going to come here to the Isle of Fire. And I'm going to grant that to... There's Balin. He's a craven. He's not really that good at anything. These guys already have land. We're gonna just hand it to Westerosi Valyrian culture noble. Lady Ray. Can we find you? Can we marry you to somebody? Right, so I'm gonna go through Lady Ray. Interesting. I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna change some of these coat of arms and everything, make them look a little bit better than the default ones, and I'll be back again. Right, so there was a little bit of a jump there. I don't think we are able to... We need a fuck ton of cash for this. The Pit of Sorrows, the ancient Pit of Sorrows, once a crumbling ruin, has been painstakingly rebuilt and restored to its former ominous grandeur. Yet of all the efforts to reclaim its upper reaches, the true depths remain unfathomable abyss. The lower darkness stretches endlessly, swallowing light and sound alike, a gaping maw into the unknown. Many have dared to descend in search of secrets lost to time, but none have ever returned. If indeed a bottom exists at all. I didn't even know we had a special bottom here. Or a special build-in. So it's overgrown keep and ruins, keep and pit excavations, and then the pit of sorrows. So we can't even build a dragon pit there. Here in Talon. I've told some of our followers here to build up some buildings. Actually, I don't even think I can build a dragon pit yet. I think you need to be a dragon riding house, if I remember correctly. So the things that I've gone in and edited. I kept this kind of like sapphire field of sapphires. So it's House Rhaegaros, the sapphire of the flames. And then we have House Skullguard that guard the skull strait. The Strait of Skulls. Kind of theory there. It wasn't very creative. I apologize. There's House Blackhand, the Lords of Blackhand. I renamed the Isle from Pirates Haven to Blackhand. And then we owned the Isle of Vines, which, oh, I have to go in and fix this one. I'll be back in just a second, again. So I changed the coat of arms for House Firestone, which shows the ocean, and then a burning sun coming up, or a burning stone. There's a new Lord Commander at the wall. Cotter Pike. Interesting to see. Montfort Velaryon. Lord Aethen, I write seeking permission to send our heir, Monterys, to visit you in the coming months. Of course. Monterys is always welcome. Incognito, huh? I'm wearing a crown. Tonight I have stripped myself of every symbol signifying my rank to walk anonymously among the soldiers. It is quiet evening when there is an argument that breaks out. The words reach me loud and clear. Malithar, our knight, is trying to convince a skirmisher is trying to convince our knight of an alternative strategy. Malithar will hear none of it. As I approach, the infuriated man raises his fist. We will protect our men. Jaehaerys Urnbar. I'm okay with that. About Jaehaerys adopted a heresy strategy. We're just gonna have a friendly discussion here. A high Valyrian Faith of the Seven. He's a Sterlier, a Nephidot fighter, beautiful captain, and a pillager. He's lustful, just. Talia Branch. Marry him to her. Can we get some inheritables, please? Maybe. Alyssa. 24 and 24. Done and done. Strength and prayer. I'm gonna change that off screen as well. He's given me his name, Urnbar, is giving me Corsair of Umbar vibes, so I think I'm gonna make a coat of arms similar to that. I'll be back in a moment. But once again, I skipped through time to make House Urnbar's sigil. Through war we sailed. I kind of liked the green and beige color, so I kept that from his original one and then made a ship. I'm also going to give him the lordship. Oh well, no. We'll take a big stress if we do that. I think we're gonna take a big stress hit if we do it no matter what. But I'm still gonna give him the lordship of the Isle of Vines. We'll take the stress hit there. We have 2 martial perks, which is always good. We are going to grab Casus Belli buff as well as Engineered for Destruction to help us on the high seas that we tend to be on. We can station some more regiments here. Death Isle. I really like Death Isle. We're going to keep that. I'm going to spend some cash maybe to do some things. It's a Faith of the 14 Flames, though. So we're going to invest in the harbor. And we're getting to about an hour of film time here. We have four children: Rhaegar Umbaryon, Aerys Umbaryon, Daenerys, and Aerion. We might need to reform the faith here in a little bit. We want to do some Targaryen type shit. Allura Waters, actually. Can we have her come here? Not gonna do that, really. I'll worry about finding a spouse later on. We need to search for a maester again. We're probably not gonna find one. Oh, let's go! Master Waldemar. He's a treacherous villain, which is not good. However, we need a maester. So welcome to the team. Please don't kill me. So this is Monterey's Velaryon, our cousin. This is a chance for us to get acquainted. An impressive heir. I'm pleased to note that Lord Montfort's son has proven most impressive during his first couple of weeks at Talon. Not only has Monterey's been pleasant and well-mannered to the castle servants, he's proven helpful at times, a welcome sight at court. Obviously, he's only been settling in, and we'll see how his visit is as he settles in. So he's brave, gluttonous, and just. Gluttonous is an L. He's just been betrothed or married to Joyce Common. What a fine hunt. So Monterey's is looking pretty good. Daenerys is pregnant again. We'd love to see it. And as of now, the High Lordship of the Snakes is looking pretty good. We cannot form the Kingdom of the Basilisk Isles yet. Our next war goals would be the Eastern Islands. Or the Duchy of the Eastern Islands. Good old Isle of the Toads. Skull Island. Oh, dude, we gotta get that. Monkey. If you guys know the reference, then you're a Giga Chat. So thank you guys for watching this next little series that I really want to bring on here. We have a Hairfoot. I'm gonna grab it for the stress gain debuff. Our kids are looking good. They're all being educated, I think. Yeah. Did we give Aerion a dragon egg? Does Daenerys still have another dragon egg? She does. She needs to hatch that dragon egg. He has a claim on Blackfire as well, the Sword of Kings. So thank you guys for watching the first episode of House Umbaryon. Our Sothoryos, or Island of Basilisk playthrough with the Dragon Queen of the Seas. And hopefully we can get this one to be really popular like House Knight Corvus. If you guys have any suggestions or comments, leave them down below. Leave a like. Please subscribe. We're almost to 500 subscribers. If we can get there before the end of the year, that'd be amazing. If not, it is what it is. And hopefully I can get back on the grind of making plenty of videos. Hopefully, 2 or 3 a week. And yeah, take it easy. And I'll see you guys on the next one.